Tonight I saw 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple, directed by Nia DaCosta, starring Alfie Williams, Ray Fiennes, and Jack O'Connell. And it was damn good. It was a hell of a good time, and it was a crazy ride. It was off the friggin' rails, and that was the best part about it, I would say. But we'll hit on that later. This is the fourth movie in the 28 blank later franchise. 28 Days Later franchise? What do they call it? The 28 franchise? I don't know. This is the fourth movie in this franchise after 28 Days Later, 28 Weeks Later, 28 Years Later. Now we have 28 Years Later 2, and then we're getting, I don't know what this third one's called. We're getting another 28 Years Later. This is capping off a trilogy and essentially the saga, but none of these things ever end. And 28 Years Later, which was filmed, these two movies were filmed back to back, the two 28 Years Later movies. I think that's the best movie by far. I think 28 Days Later does a nice job setting the table. I think it's a super, I don't know, like a realistic zombie movie. In a way, I was talking to my buddy yesterday. I couldn't remember if it was days or weeks where the second half of the movie is like a military, like like a twist where like the military is actually the evil guys and not the zombies. I think it's days, but it's a really good movie. It's cool. It's interesting, and yeah, it's an interesting look at a zombie movie, and it's not the greatest movie of all time. If I had just seen that movie, I wouldn't necessarily say like, yeah, this is going to go on to do a five movie franchise with them getting more interesting and different as they go on and even better. But hey, that's what ended up happening. And 28, I never saw 28 Weeks Later, so I don't know how I would have confused days and weeks. So it must be, yeah, I never saw 28 Weeks Later. At least I don't think so. Anyway, 28 Years Later is awesome. I think it's the best of the four so far, and it is just incredible. It really blends the whole. It does a great job making you care about the characters, like the emotional level, the relationship between the mother and the son and the father. I mean, Spike, he's just the coolest little guy ever. I like it's one of those movies that has a lot of pressure on a child actor, like having it's a big role for a kid, and he does a great job. It's super well made. It's super well. Yeah, the action sequences are so intense. That causeway scene is crazy, and the emotional sequences are. It got a good cry out of me at the end at the Bone Temple with Ray Fiennes. The introduction of his character is incredible. 28 Years Later is a beautiful movie. It was one of the best. I don't know where I had it in 2025. I don't know where it came in the popcorn top 70, but yeah, it was really good, and I liked this movie slightly less, but I think it does a great job keeping up the mythos of the franchise, and I think it's a great second installment in this trilogy, and another I think it's just it's a really cool chapter, is what it is. What this movie does really well, like I said earlier, is it just goes completely off the rails. Even not even from the start, I would say. I guess mostly at the end, but right from the start, it is just so intense. It really is. You love Alfie, or you love Spike, Alfie Williams. He's our guy, and you're just following him along. And the situation he's left in with the Jimmies after the end of 28 Days Later, or the end of 28 Years Later. I love the way 28 Years Later ended. I might just do a whole review about 28 Years Later, because I could gush about that movie for 25 minutes right now. It just ends so great and does a great job setting up the next installment. I was so excited for it, and yeah, it paid off. The Jimmies are crazy. They really only show up at the end. You don't see them at all, and it's nice to see them fleshed out. They're not the most interesting villains, as far as it's just like it's sort of cut and paste cult with crazy guy who runs things, some unhinged people who are in it, and then the person who's getting forced into it. I don't know if there's any other examples of this, but then also like another person in the cult who's not so sure about all this. But then the cult leader getting crazier and crazier. I don't know if I have any other examples, but I'm calling it played out. And I don't think it was the most interesting thing, but the Jimmies, I think Jack O'Connell's performance is really what makes it tick. What makes it work so well. I think his crazy over the top performance, he's just having a damn good time. He doesn't get to go totally off the rails totally unhinged in Sinners. He's great in that movie, though. It's a great performance. It's a different character. This character is much more insane, and he does an incredible job with it. He really does. And then our other friend from 28 Years Later, Ralph Fiennes, his whole storyline, that's the better stuff, I would say, in this movie, or at least what I like more. I don't know. I think the best part of these movies is like the emotional stuff. I think that's what makes these movies work so well. And Kelson and Samson, I think the scenes between them, like the bond between them is like the backbone of the movie to me. It's like every time it goes back to them, you sit up in your seat a little bit, you grab your popcorn, and you're like, here we go, the boys. These are the boys. And you love them. You really do. Samson's a great character. It's like, those are even the best parts. I don't even know if it's the Kelson part. I think the Samson part makes it work so well. I think Nia DaCosta, the best thing, she didn't do the best. She didn't do incredible with the Jimmies. I think there's more to be desired with the Jimmies, but she did an incredible job with Samson because they just kind of like had a baton passing. I think not that she was present during the filming of the first one. She would have had to be, I assume. Or actually, no, she's filming the Marvels. Or she was working on the Marvels. I believe she was present, and they collaborated, her and I think Alex Garland. I can never remember if it was Danny Boyle who directed it or if he wrote it. If Danny Boyle directed it and Alex Garland wrote it, or vice versa. I'm pretty sure Alex Garland directed it. But yeah, like they collaborated, but it was also, I just saw like an interview where she was like, we decided how we use them for our movies because they're different. And she used him incredibly well. And those scenes are the best part of the movie because, while I said the unhinged scenes in this movie are maybe the draw, I guess, is more accurate. I don't know what I said earlier, but that they're the draw. I think the emotional scenes, those beats are my favorite part, and why I like this franchise so much. It's why you care about. I guess maybe it's why you care about Cillian Murphy's character. Who does he show up later? Maybe we'll hit that later. Who knows? Where are we? Yeah, the third act. I mean, I guess let's just not get right to it. I mean, we've been on for a while, but I'm not giving anything away, but that third act, the last 35 minutes, 40 minutes or so, 30 minutes, nuts. It's just, everyone is just all in on making something that's truly absurd. And it works entirely. It really does for me. That's the movie, like, plays it safe at times, I think. Not all the whole time. There's plenty of ridiculous and crazy scenes. I think Samson does have an insane kill at the start. He's awesome. Samson's such a beast. But yeah, like the ending is just completely insane. There's nothing that I can say without giving really anything away. Ralph Fiennes is having an absolute ball. Running around is an understatement, maybe. He's doing some crazy things. He really is. The character's just doing something absolutely absurd. I never would have guessed anything like that happening. It's so much fun. It really is. It's a great installment. Like I said, it's like a left turn in a way for the franchise, for our buddy Spike. It's like another chapter in the franchise. And Cillian Murphy does show up at the end. I mean, that's not really a spoiler. I think that was announced. And the reason you care so much about his character, and the reason you're excited to see him talk to Spike and work together with our protagonists, is just because the emotional scenes of these movies work so well. The whole 28 Days Later, like, you care about him so much because the whole first like 30-ish minutes, 25 minutes, when it's just him walking around, like, you get to know the guy, and you develop a connection to him, and the connection that you develop to Spike, to bring it back to this movie, it's just very well done. There's not some crazy emotional scenes for our guy Spike, but he goes through hell here, and it's cool. It really is cool. I'm there opening night for the third one. I don't know what it's called. You got to know that title. Who knows? 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple. See it in theaters. It really is awesome. I was trying to end it there because it was right about to be 10 minutes, but I would have had to say that really. I would have had to really get it in there. But yeah, Alfie Williams is great. Ray Fiennes. I love Jack O'Connell. He's super cool. He's great in Sinners, and he's awesome in this. I was excited for this one so much because the way the last one ends, it just sets him up to be crazy, and he completely delivers. Do I have anything else here that I wanted to hit on? Kelson's just awesome. The character, it's so reliant on him, I guess, more so than Spike. This one, it's more of a Kelson movie, and Kelson's great. The whole Kelson Sampson, I mean, that's the money stuff for me. Yeah, Ray Fiennes is great. It's a great movie, and you got to see it in theaters. It really snuck up on me. These two came out so close. The third one's probably going to be what, the summer of next year, 27, or maybe October. But yeah, that's not important. Yeah, go see. I say yeah a lot. Go see 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple.